People do not have to go and light a candle to do anything to you. People do not have to write your name down and put you in no jar or bury you in no hole, or wipe their ass and flush you down no toilet. People don't have to do that to you. The worst type of witchcraft that can be done to you is when you do wrong to an innocent person and they cry and they cry and they cry and they drop tears, because when them tears roll down their face and land and touch that floor, it is an actual libation to their ancestors and their spirit guides and their spirit court. That's why you hear people say that you will pay for every tear that you make somebody cry, because they're crying out a libation. You don't understand that their ancestors will come and knock your whole fucking head off. You would think that a bitch put some witchcraft on you. A bitch done put their mouth on you. They literal mouth. Crying tears. Your ass will pay. Anyway, let's get back.
Hey, it's Patricia Ann Lanzone Regali, cheap little flower, coming at you from the fallacy of a private sanctuary here somewhere in the great world wide web. At the time of this recording, it is July 8th, 2024. So, okay, I kind of feel like, it's a little bit of push and pull, a little bit of banter, while some of these other guys come at me to sucker punch me from the sidelines, to sucker punch me by coming at me sideways. So for everybody that's come at me sideways with your filthy, skanky psyop assignments, feel good about yourself? Do you think that is the way to earn sudden wealth payouts? By creating distress in somebody else's life so you can flip blood coin off of that? Who does that? I mean, two-faced people do. Because if you were an upright citizen of morality, you wouldn't be busy squatting on the liberties that your forefathers died for, because that's the height of self-entitlement. That's the height of gluttony. So while the days tick on and the hours creep by and still nobody has come to bridge the ambiguity of my case with some solid facts and truth, that's a lot of misguidance. That's a lot of tempting fate. And that's a lot of secrets out there. How many secrets do we have roaming about the wilderness? There are so many targeted individuals running amok. I'm sure there's plenty of secrets for families that band together to squat on liberties. For families that teach generations how to be disrespectful to what you were born into. Never mind who died for those liberties. Never mind the sacrifices made by our forefathers, just so some self-entitled bloke can come by and squat on them. Because, I understand that there was quite a few liberty squatters out there celebrating the farce of July. I know, because I was being harassed by one of you idiots out there. When I say you idiots, I'm talking about the gang stalkers with their devil psychotic ways, trying to tell me stupidity. I'm all like, okay. Bye-bye. I was tipped off on how they were going to enjoy liberty squatting on the 4th of July. Let me guess. That was you, Barbara Regali, wasn't it? Oh, that's my ex-mother-in-law. She was FEMA's boo thing. And she's had a hard-on for me for quite a few years, which is why she sacrificed me, because she was jealous and thought she could make easy money by eroding liberties, civil rights, and by participating in death magic and black magic and the such. I mean, my whole Rico loving regalia family out there. I mean, what kind of grandmother teaches her own children how to squat on liberties? That's you, Tim Regali. How you liking that liberty squatting, huh? Oh my God. I mean, you fooled me really good. I thought you were an upright guy with some issues. I didn't know that you were a down low guy with some horrible mama issues. We'll just call you Norman Bates and call it a day. No wonder you could never stand up for me to your mama, because y'all had some weird family dysfunction going on there. But, I mean, you were born into a family of witches, huh? Keep it to yourselves. I mean, Barbara did train Monica to her best friend's husband, Brian Rice. You guys are adulterers. You pulled a fast one on Christy, your ex-wife. I'm like, poor Christy. Seriously. But, you know, you guys are busy pointing fingers at me, and they're making up all of this horrible stuff. I mean, you didn't think any of it was going to stick, did you? I mean, this is a spiritual battle of good versus bad here. And you guys are to the decrepit toe. And so, yes, we have a lot of secrets going on out there, don't we? And some of us have been put on Front Street with just lies. Okay, you know, never mind the liars here. They're loco in the cabeza. But for everybody that believed all of these loco in the cabeza liars, how did you let that happen? Did they throw money at you too and you saw things their way? Because, you know, there's been quite a few bribes out there for people to look me over, work me over for some centavos there. What, pennies on the dollar? Yeah, would just do it free because that's just kind of the way you love to operate. What's going on there? And then what's up with the judicial? Nobody being dispatched to bridge the ambiguity with any truth for Little Flower over here. Is the world that corrupted? I mean, okay, America, you guys gotta realize something. When this hits the news in the airwaves, because it will, how do I know? Oh, well, you know, psychic awareness. And the ethers told me, okay? Which only confirmed what I already knew. But see, what's happening here is that these covens they're laying down the track work for all of this dismantling of civil liberties by use of the handy-dandy Nazi brain work known as gang stalking and targeting of the individual. Well, what's happening here is that this has been going on since World War II, and we have a very infiltrated country of devil worshippers, satanic worshippers in the justice of peace. And so what you have here is a lot of corruption going on, because all that somebody has to do is throw some money and point at someone and say, she's a fucking witch. And then trump up false charges in their record to completely bypass due process, let alone innocent until proven guilty. They'll just paint you whatever way they want to make others go against you, think that you are deserving of all of this horrific bypassing of due process. I mean, for everybody that bought into it, didn't you think you were smarter than that? Because what this comes down to is not believing hearsay and validating truth for your own. Who cares that you were lied to? What matters is that you bought into it. You were too lazy to do your own due diligence. And for everybody that just doesn't think that targeting exists, did you do your own due diligence? did you go visit a targetedjustice.com monthly meeting that's in every state? I mean, let me guess. You just had used your own cerebral assumptions, because you can't rise any higher than your assumptions, and then assuming something only makes an ass out of yourselves. But then I guess what we have here is a endemic of of self-entitled Americans pissing away and eroding the forefathers' work of all of just due process, checks and balances, innocent until proven guilty. So I'm all like, everybody that participated in that with their own assumptions or intentions, man, this is a battle that begins with each of us. This is a battle that begins with honesty and clarity and truth and discernment, which begins with you. And so that wildfire can't spread any further than the person it meets. So whenever all of this malarkey that somebody trumps up by talking out of their neck on somebody without involving the person, you know, I mean, how do you know that you're not participating in a slanderous witch hunt? And then if you propagate that, you just spread that wildfire without any consensus other than going along with the mob mentality. Because slander is nothing more than a verbal lynch mob. And if you participate in it, you just gave rise to more tomfoolery. You gave rise to more of the liberty squatting, because this is an ancient secret sauce here of the Nazis that is meant to destroy somebody from the inside out by slowly causing the world to crumble around them with all of this workings against them in the channels that have the power to say, this person has a record, and what they did was just consort with the other diabolical people that are sellouts that are built in to erode the tapestry of civil liberties, and you gave rise to that by picking a side without even doing your own due diligence. So if you haven't even gone to go visit a targetedjustice.com monthly meeting, you're pushing the 8 ball, not just for yourself, but God forbid you're a patriarch or a matriarch, and then you have people that you're raising and you taught them to bypass all of that, to bypass your own accountability for researching things and for researching the truth. I prescribed it in other videos. I'm not going to hash it out here. But nonetheless, there's a lot of secrets out there. When I say secrets, there's a lot of secrets that could really potentialize karma. So with all of these secrets out there, whenever you go get your lynch mob training with your community-based harassment agent, that's the organized crime part of it. That's the RICO crime. You know, RICO crimes, organized crimes. And the fact that you go get your community-based agent trainer shit session to come sideways at your meat, to come sideways at your jackpot that you have built in to roughing up, to bullying psychologically with your terrorism. That says more about you than it does about the targeted individual. But whenever you have a built-in in-house target, what you gonna do? Just isolate them from all of your friends and all of your family and just talk shit on them? So everybody else turns their back on them while you run your in-house sideways psyop assignments for your in-house jackpot machine? Doesn't that make you demonic? Doesn't that make you a skank? Doesn't that make you worthy of that bitch slap? What the fuck are you doing? And I'm always saying, hey, yeah, you may find yourself on that side of the tracks, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. Every day is a good day to hit reset, get right with yourself, tell the truth, as prescribed in other videos, so I'm going to rehash it now, and get back on track, stay the course, and bring some souls with you. Because you may have found yourself there, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. But if you really find yourself with karma on your neck and you can't take it no more, only the truth is going to set you free. Better the truth come from you rather than from all of these other fuckwads of targeting of the individual, these other liberty squatters, because any one of them might go straight and turn the tide for themselves, which they should do, because that's the only way it's going to benefit your bloodline. You need to be truthful, honest. You need to be loyal to the truth, not to people. And any one of these miscreant liberty squatters, y'all got so many secrets. You never know whenever the anvil of the justice decides to come battening down the hatchet on your neck, considering how many times have you all done this to people? How many lives have you all already ruined? I mean, because the turnaround is fair play. You didn't think you were going to have all that kind of fun at the mercy of honoring gluttony with your deceitful crimes of hate, your terrorism that you've been running, and get away with it? Oh, bitch, please. So watch out, Houston. You have a lot of unruly liberty squatters over there. God forbid you made it a family business, because I would have to say, for everybody that decided to make targeting of an individual with gang stalking them with the PSYOP assignments, you have shit for a bloodline right now. Shit for a bloodline. I'd fix that if I were you. And if not, well, you know, you're a perfect shoo-in for the most hellish dimension there could ever be. I mean, hell may not even be a place, but there are hellish dimensions. Look it up. But nonetheless, I'd watch those secrets if I were you, because I'm not going to spill the beans. I don't need to. I don't even have to lift a finger for that. But if anybody does have information on my case within the context of the professionals of ethics, babies, where have you been? You weren't going to wait until these assholes ran me into bullying me to death, were you? Because it's looking like it pretty good. In which I say, well, you know, I forgive you, but then I call harsh judgment on everybody involved in my case that left me hanging out here like, you know, a grub worm on a rusted fish hook, because it hasn't been nice. So anybody that has come sideways at me, if you think you had a right to do it and then get pissed off whenever I come over here and speak the truth, that's loco and the cabeza for you. So get all mad you want over there out in Houston. Barbara Regali, Tim Regali, Paul Regali, Dawn Renee Barber, Marcella Maria Comiskey, Liam Comiskey, Brian Rice, Monica Regali. Oh yeah, and the list goes on from there, but you know, whatever. So whenever my case hits the airwaves, what you're going to see, America, is how corrupted our judicial is, and how corrupted and eroded our civil liberties are. Well, I've been, you know, shouting about it, but you know what? Just because I'm a nobody to you, big deal. Look it up for yourselves. Be the hero to your own family. You don't need controlled media telling you what is right, telling you what is wrong. And if you do need that, then you're nothing more than an automaton. You're nothing more than controllable. You're nothing more than sheeple. It's okay to be sheeple, but now is a good time to rise up out of it and be a classical, independent thinker that is responsible and accountable for your own information. Because, hey, y'all aren't the only liberty squatters out there, but they're going to be the few and the proud that actually shift the gear, because every liberty squatter has the power to bring down all of the horrific covens that are vying for control over the world. And it can end with you when you do your own due diligence and stop giving rise to the fallacies of others around you. At any rate, Patricia Ann Lander Gallon coming at you. And from a Truman Show, I'm sexually trafficked by virtue of the Truman Show. And I still am sexually trafficked by the Truman Show. So, I'll talk on that another time. So if you think that you're safe from it, that's a fallacy. So, but witchy witches, where's all that backfire spell work going? Dook, 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 dook. I said, where's that backfire spell work going? Because it's instant return to sender, bitches. So if it's not going to me or mine, where's it going? You get to enjoy everything you ever wished for me in your own bloodline, in your own decrepit soul. But you can always turn the tide by telling the truth and start working off your karma instead of making it your existence in every incarnation, because you're gonna have to work that off. In which I say, sayonara, bitches.